Hello everybody, welcome to Wow Body Now. So I had leg day the other day and I went a little bit more on hamstrings than I usually do, which is great, except that it's 2 days later and I'm still really tight back there, which is good because I know I worked them the way I wanted to, but tight hamstrings do not feel good, and because I have to teach some classes, like you don't want your muscles tight, right? You want them ready to move through a full range of motion so that you can reduce your chance of injuries. And if you are a little bit more interested in learning a little bit more about hamstring tightness and conditions that it can lead to, if you're worried that maybe your hamstrings are too tight and it might be affecting your lower back or something like that, you can go ahead and visit the blog at wowbodynow.com because I'm sharing this video and a little blog post about it there too. So we have a few hamstring exercises this morning, and we're gonna hold each stretch for 40 seconds. So if you want to improve flexibility, you're supposed to hold a stretch anywhere from 20 to 60 seconds, and you should repeat the stretch 3 times. I'm gonna take you through all the stretches one time, and then if you wanna go ahead and replay it a couple more times, you can, or just stretch on your own. Or if you only have time to go through once, that's fine. That's better than nothing. That's gonna help for sure. So, oh, another thing, I am warmed up. It's already like close to 80 degrees outside and I just finished walking like a mile round trip to get my girls to school. So I'm already warm. If you just woke up, please get moving, do something to warm up. If it's at night, maybe go take a really hot bath or shower, and that'll get your muscles nice and warm so that you're ready to stretch too. So you have options. All right, so we're gonna start with just a standing hamstring stretch. And I'm gonna put my foot up here on the table. And you're just going to use a chair, whatever you have, flex your foot and lean into it. Like right now, that's challenging for me, I'm so tight. Now, as the 40 seconds progresses, just think about just trying to push your chest closer to your knee. Now, as the time progresses, your muscle is gonna stretch and you're gonna feel like you can go deeper, and that's what you wanna do. You wanna challenge it. Beautiful. Wiggle your toes. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Get ready. Here we go. So I hope you are having a really good day. And I know that if you are having tight hamstrings and you're doing this with me, you're gonna feel so much better after. It's gonna help you feel ready for your day. So just hang in there with me, just enjoy the stretch. Pay attention to how your muscle feels after the stretch. It just feels like that tension is released. Just feels so much better, doesn't it? Oh, go a little bit deeper if you can. Challenge that stretch. Beautiful. So next we're just gonna do a forward fold. Easier version, you can use your chair or tabletop, whatever you're using to kind of rest your body there. Otherwise, you can go all the way down to the floor. Now you want to try to get your legs as straight as you can, but again, everybody's working from their own level of flexibility. So if you need to have a slight micro bend in your knees, that's fine, but work to be able to straighten them out, and then work to be able to kind of pull your hands back and kind of pull your chest in closer to your knees. Now remember, this is an active stretch, so as you feel the hamstrings release and you feel like, oh, I can go further, go further. Beautiful. So we're gonna do a different version of that forward fold. I'm gonna cross one leg over the other, and then I'm actually going to reach over towards the back foot, and I'm pushing my hips. My hands are going this way, my hips are going that way. So it's getting the hamstrings, but it's also targeting the IT band, which can tend to get really tight too. The IT band runs along the side of your hip down into your knee. Well, hello there, Madison. Hello there, sweet cheeks. Yeah. Beautiful. Oh, so you're gonna feel it open up here and then along the back of your leg too. Just keep breathing. Same thing other side, so cross the other leg on top. Reach for that back foot. Push your hips the opposite direction and just hang out there. So the front leg is bent, the back leg is straight. What's that beeping? Does that beeping sound have you curious? Huh? Yeah. Oh, try to go further if you can. After this, we're gonna take it down to the mat, down to the floor. Two, one. Okay, let's take it down to the floor. So go ahead and sit down on your mat, and you are going to extend one leg in front of you, and the other leg is going to be bent with the bottom of your foot on the inside of the thigh there. So you want to sit up nice and tall, elongate your spine as you draw your chest in towards your knee. As the time goes, as you feel those hip flexors, not those hip flexors, those hamstrings release, draw yourself down further towards your foot. There you go. Increasing your flexibility and really finding relief from tense hamstrings is all about pushing that stretching limit. So don't just sit there and get comfortable and hang out in the same spot. Really try to push yourself and increase the stretch as the time goes on. And we're switching to the other side. Here we go, really leaning forward, and you're trying to keep that leg as straight as you can. Of course, if you have super tight hamstrings, it could be impossible for you to really straighten the leg out totally, but that's just something we're working towards. So think about that. Think about trying to not only pull yourself forward more, but think about trying to straighten that leg even more as time goes on throughout that stretch. All right, so next, what stretch are we going to do here? We're going to hug our knees in. We're going to do a figure 4 stretch. So you see I crossed one leg over the other, and then I'm just hugging the knee in. This is one of my favorite stretches. Not only is it getting the hamstring, but that actually helps to stretch the IT band too, which we stretched earlier when we did the cross leg fold over. And you're just trying to pull that knee in. Switching to the other side. Just keep breathing, nice, full, complete breaths. There you go. My daughter really wants that phone. So again, as you feel the hamstrings release, pull that knee in closer to your chest. So we are going to transition into a happy baby pose. Those knees are coming to the outside of your rib cage. Flex your feet. Then use your hands to kind of pull or push those knees down. It's impossible not to feel those hamstrings stretching with this one, so just enjoy it. This one looks kind of funny. It's one that you're probably never going to do at the gym, so save this one for your house and really just enjoy it. Some people like to rock side to side. It's just about connecting with those hamstrings. As you feel them lengthen, try to challenge yourself and increase the stretch. This one's really going to help you find that relief so that when you're done with this stretching routine, your hamstrings are lengthened and less tense. So we're finishing up here with the last 2 stretches on this side. So we're going to get into the pigeon pose. I love this one because not only is it great for your hamstrings, but your hip flexors too, which can tend to be really tight. So the back leg is extended back and the knee and the top of your foot is facing down into the floor. You're trying to square your hips. Now the further that front foot comes away from the body, the more challenging it is. And to make it more about those hamstrings in the front leg, I'm going to lean over here. It might not be possible for you to lean over, just do your best. Maybe just sitting up nice and tall and straight is enough for you for today, and that's fine too. So to challenge yourself, you just push that foot further away from your body and you lean forward more. So we're going to keep that same leg in the front and we are going to go right into a split. So if you're not very flexible, you might want to get pillows to stick under your hips there. You might want to get a yoga block or something to rest your hands on. You're just going to try to get as close into that stretch as you can. You're just going to try to keep your shoulders and hips square and just sit there during the 40 seconds. And as you feel a release, you just try to get down a little bit lower. Just do the best you can. Good job, we're almost there. Okay, so we're gonna do the pigeon pose with the other leg in front. Back leg is extending behind you. The knee and the top of the foot is facing down into the floor of the mat. Front leg is bent. And to challenge yourself, you push that foot away and you lean forward to really get that focused into the hamstring in the front leg there. There you go. Don't mind my dog. He always barks at the girls as they come down for breakfast every morning. Just enjoy that stretch. Okay, last one. So get into that split. You can see I'm not as flexible on this side, and that's okay. Remember, you have an option of having pillows or a yoga block or something to help you if it's hard for you to support yourself because you can't get down that far. But you're trying to sit up straight. You're trying to square your shoulders and your hips. If for some reason this just seems impossible for you, you can repeat any of the other stretches that we did for this side. That's okay. We are almost there. Just hang in there with me. And there you have it. Wonderful hamstring stretching routine. I know my hamstrings feel so much better, less tense. I hope yours do too. You can repeat this stretching routine every day until you feel like your hamstrings have recovered, they're less tight, to help you avoid lower back pain and just to help you have a great range of motion for around your hip joint. All right, I will see you probably what's the next time we're going to see each other? Monday for our killer workout of the week. Bye-bye, everybody.